Okay, folks, welcome to Wednesday, the 14th of December. Yesterday afternoon, we had the CPIs coming out soft out of the US, and really nice to see that, we're seeing the top of inflation here in these markets. And what did we get? Well, we got, continuation of the bids that we had seen in the morning, but up into, guess where? It's that place your old pal Timmy D had marked up on the charts. Downtrend. There she is. There she is. All right. We bid up into here. Couple of spikes in. There's really two main spikes here to this, the initial and then just the secondary. And then boom, short the market down because really too too fast for this market. And the sellers are here really with stops above, stops to run. I reckon the stops are going to be all done at 42.07. Should we return back up here? So what's on the slate for today? Well, we have the FOMC coming tonight. As per usual, we'll be on 15 minutes before we get the statement. Let's see what time, just between the time changes, I just need to remind myself, is it 6 or 7? It's 7 p.m. Yeah, so we're going to be on at 6:45 p.m. GMT to cover this live for the guys in the Duggan Capital Discord. And so really, we're looking for a 50 basis point hike. And then really it's gonna be more about what is the chat out of Jerome for the next hikes in 2023. Is he going to want to do another 50 and then 25? Or maybe are they just going to go straight down to 25 at their next meeting? So the market is very much poised for that. Now, going down, well, first of all, let's just look at what we got there on the SPOOs yesterday. Here we are. The market was quite bid up from this area, right, that we'd tagged. It was 39.27s pre-rolling to the H23. Then we rolled yesterday to the H23 contract and adjusted this up to now 39.67s quarter. All right, but when we came in yesterday, bid straight off the bat, then coming into the data, boom, slammed into here. And then more selling off of the 41.52, which was my area. And then bammo, down she goes and selling all the way into the European close here. So a couple of us riding that trade down. Really nice activity. Okay, really nice trading conditions. Not for the faint-hearted though. Getting in on this early, buying into the highs, you're dead. Selling in too early, you're dead. Waiting for the short opportunity from the right area. Well, you're laughing. Okay, so that's SPOOs, and some really strong stuff here. I mean, this market, I think, after a dip to the downside, we're going to be looking at a little bit more of this action back up. So we just need to kind of get into those buying areas down below. Where is that on the SPOOs? Well, it's going to be, for me, 39.67s before I look for longs. I don't know if it's going to pick up with socks at 40.33s. All right, where else have we seen decent activity? We've seen that similar movement on NASDAQ and Dow, bid up on the data, taking it back post-data into the close to the downside. But something to be aware of for the FX traders is the dollar, which is, the ruler of them all. And with inflation having topped out, all right, we were talking about this morning. There may be, over the next 6 months, there may be a point where we kind of get a head fake on inflation. So in the 70s, we got this where we kind of seemed to have peaked on inflation. And then about 3 months later, the inflation did pick up again just for a couple of readings and then went off. All right. So do be aware of that. We're going to have to be really vigilant on inflation over the next 6 months of readings. All right. But look at the dollar, all right? Inflation is over. We don't need the dollar anymore, all right? So, well, we do, but we're de-risking here out of the dollar, all right? We're breaching now, as I'm talking, the 2017 highs. I've been long the PVAH here. I'm staying long because this thing, I think, is going to make new lows on the week. Inflation's over, so we therefore don't need to kind of fly into the dollar as a safe haven. All right. And we can kind of, people can take their money back out of cash in a sense, in a simple form. They're taking the money back out of cash positions and then they can deploy it either into puts, calls, into stocks, into gold, into anything really, apart from staying in cash protective situations. All right, so next up to the downside, 4 supports on the Dixie is the 2020 high. That's going to come in at 102 spot 99.97. All right, look at that there. All right, we'll just zoom in. There we go. Okay, so really, where is that going to be for the euro? Well, 1 spot 07 345. One is that level on the euro. Let's just get up the euro chart here. And that's going to be here, the highs that we saw in June of this year. All right, look at all these highs here. Look at all this area here. Look at all that. Look at all that. So I think, here we come and we need to trade back up here again. It's going to be a very rough ride trying to hold along above through there as well. And we're crushing through in the highs here on the euro as I'm speaking. So this is really the banger of the day for me until we get FOMC tonight. But yeah, that's it. So really be careful out there. The downside is to be looked out for on these equities until we get the Jerome speech later on in the statement, of course. All right. Take care of yourself. Have a great session. Do please join us in the Duggan Capital room or click to like and subscribe on YouTube and you'll get wonderful updates just like this one. Speak to you later.